All right, so thank you. If you're listening to this video, it's because you have decided that you are going to take part in the Shiloh Volleyball program. I'm so excited for this year and the future years to come. My goal is to make this one of the fastest growing programs in the state, not Gwinnett County, but the state. So I have big goals for this program. And you becoming a manager is very important because I cannot run this program alone, and it's going to take committed individuals who also have vision to see what their role, how their role has a big impact for the big picture. All right, so so currently I know I have committed managers. These are the ones I have. For ninth grade team, I have Anaya and Madonna. For the JV team, I have Marla. She's the only one who has been here and committed thus far, but I should have two others. Varsity, I have Ladoria and Jada, who are really acting as my manager captains. Jada, who has been with me from last year, and Ladoria, who since right after tryout, she's been consistent and she's been executing her roles perfectly. I also have Kiara, and then two individuals who showed interest, but so far I have not seen them. Hopefully they start to show up. All right, so if the first thing that you want to do becoming a manager is signing up for the team member access. So if you see my screen, it says Shiloh Generals Volleyball. All right, you go to that website, and at the top right corner, you're going to click team sign in, right? Majority of my program participants, players, coaches, parents, they've already become members. So all they have to do is click log in. But for you who are new, you have to click sign up. So when you click sign up to become one, all right, you go through the steps. I then approve you. From there, there's a couple extra steps to confirm and verify your email, but then you should be good to go. So the next time you come in, all you have to do is click log in with email or with Google, however you set your account up. All right, so I'm logging in, and logging in, boom, it should say your name. Right now it says, hello, Rachel Cicerone. For me, you have all the accessibility of everything that I'm sharing with the parents, players, and of course you have your own manager's page. This is where you find it, right? On a cell phone, it looks slightly different, but overall you have the same access. So if you ever want to know about when we have games, am I glitching? Here we go. All right, so our program calendar was that first link, okay? Has everything, when your team is practicing versus when they are having a game, and where that game is and what time that game is. So very important that you guys know that this is here. Everything laid out for the whole season is there. All right, next thing on the members access, understanding the game. That's where the players have information. That's where the players have some information talking about how to play the sport of volleyball. You guys could go in there if you have time, but it's not mandatory, but just to understand the game that you are actually managing. Frequently asked questions. I don't know if I put anything there as of yet. I also have the parent player Zoom meeting. So this is the first meeting that I had with parents and players, giving a layout of what the expectations were for the season, what their dues are, and everything. So player dues are $450, and you as managers are, another manager just text me about what's the password. So you as managers will only have to pay $50. And if you guys had sold cheesecakes, which none of you did, it's okay. You would have, you wouldn't have to come out of pocket for anything. But $50 should be on My Payments Plus, effective today. But let's go into the managers page. Okay, so this is like you guys' information, your landing page information. Pretty sure there should be a video here. Oh, okay. This is the PowerPoint presentation on my expectations, your duties. So I'm going to pause this right here and go back. All right, so your duties. Ideally, I would want 5 managers on each team. But right now, that's not the case. But I am looking for more managers. So if you have a close friend, right? You have a close friend that you would like to spend more time with, being the fact that we're digitally learning and you don't see your friends that much, but you know this person is committed, right? Key thing is committed. I don't need any, finicky people who are gonna say one thing one day and change their mind. Committed individuals, send me their names and I will get them a part of the program. So I'm really looking for like 6 to 7 more. That would be great. Because each team, right, we need a score tracker in every game. For JV and varsity, we need somebody libero tracking. We need somebody keeping track of our video recording, because every game is going to be video taped. We need line judges, stat keepers on the bench. All right. And then anybody can send scores and everybody will be keeping equipment. All right. So you guys will rotate these roles every game and every practice. So everybody should be learning how to do everything. All right. There is a video here, how to keep score, right? Everyone needs to know this by Friday. If you don't know how to score track yet, that's the only thing you need to be focused on until Friday, because Friday you guys will have, there's going to be a scrimmage on both sides where both courts, and Friday's practice is pretty much just that, because JV freshmen, they play Monday. So Friday's the last day to get all the kinks out, make all the mistakes, because Monday you really shouldn't be making mistakes at that point. Here is an example of what a score tracking sheet looks like if you click there. And here is where I want you guys to send me the scores. All right, so one manager from each team, right, for every set needs to do this. So get in the habit of like, okay, once a set is done, I need to fill this out, or write them down. And then at the end of the day, when you guys are riding the bus back, that could be like a bus ride routine. You guys fill this out for all sets, right? I have to have the date. Who is inputting this information? The team, right, that played, the school that we played, what was the score in set 1, set 2, and set 3, if there was a set 3. So in volleyball, you guys know that we play best 2 out of 3. You have to win 2 sets to be considered the winner. And sometimes it goes to 3 out of 5. So yeah, so this is just at the end of playing a team. This needs to be filled out. If you decide to make it a bus ride home routine, I'm okay with that too. But that is important because I have to send this to the Gwinnett Post newspaper. And of course, keep it for our records. All right, so that's the manager's page. So really quick, there's a couple other things. We should be done with this by 12:30. Let me go to my list that I wanted to also add. All right, so let's say we don't get any other managers And who we have currently, so Anaya, Madonna, Marla, Ladoria, Kiara, Jada, you guys are it for me. And I'm very grateful if that is the case, right? But that's just not ideal because there's just so many roles. But if that is the priority for the games, right? When we're away, one person must be a score tracker. We have to have one of our own managers score tracking, right? The other team will probably supply their own score track, but we have to keep it in our records. Every team has a book, right? Every team has its own score tracking book that keeps all the official games. Like for today and the rest of the week, I'll have practice score tracking sheets, like individual sheets, but that's not where you're going to put the game day ones. So that's priority. That takes precedence. Then for my JV and varsity team managers, the next one is a libero tracker. So we have to have a score tracker and a libero tracker for every set. All right. Then if there's a third manager, one of you will be line judging. And then fourth priority would be somebody actually staying behind the camera. So you guys can choose to videotape on your own phone, right? Record the game on your own phone. Keeping the phone like this is more ideal than having it record like this, because when you download, you have, you've seen those YouTube videos where there's like excess black space on the side if you record like this. So I prefer it like this. So just make sure your phones are charged, and you should put it on airplane mode or do not disturb mode, because if you're recording and somebody calls you or somebody texts you, it could stop the video, and we don't want that to happen. So just making sure you record. If there's not enough of you, somebody will just set their phone up on the tripod and then press record, and then just keep it on record. So that means we're going to be getting all the timeouts and all the wait time, and we really don't want that, but if we have to, we'll do it. But if there's enough of you, somebody who is behind the camera would pause at all the timeouts and anytime we're not playing on the court. We don't want all that dead space. So that would take the last spot. What else? So in the equipment room, I've gone ahead and I've labeled the tripods. Freshmen currently do not have one labeled, but they will have one labeled before next week. Every tripod came in a box. When we travel, you guys will not go with the box. You will go with the tripod bag. So you're just going to unscrew the tripod to get it to fit into the bag. And then also, somebody will carry it. It has a over the shoulder handle. So you don't go to games and the boxes don't come out of the equipment room, but the bags do. So varsity will always have two, because I want to see both angles of the court. And then all the other teams will only have one tripod. Every team will have a drawstring bag. All right, so those drawstring bags, if you remember, it's like normally what people use for their PE bags. Like you could easily just pull, right? And then you're there. I mean, there you're, you put it on your back. Every team will have one of those. Inside of that will be a pencil pouch that has pens, pencils, maybe even highlighters, a couple of gum sticks for you as you're, doing your job. And then it will have like feminine products for the girls in case somebody's needing a pad. We are a female sport, things happen. So things like that will be in the drawstring bag. Then every team of managers will have, okay, let me make sure I'm saying this right. Every team, so the JV team, varsity JV, will have a kind of like it looks like a laptop bag, but it's bigger. That will hold the score tracking sheets, any sheets like that are required for the game, will be in there, along with any other like administrative papers that I might need. I might just go over to you and say, oh, pull that out for me, or your coach might ask you to pull it out for you. So those two things plus the tripod would be your responsibility to bring to every game. All right. So right now, the earliest that you all need to arrive at the school is like 3:15 for away matches. If we're having a home match, it would probably be the same time as well. And then if we're playing a little later, like the 6 and the 7 o'clock games, you will arrive at 3:45. All right. So I would, you would let your coach, whoever's with you, I mean, if somebody should be in the gym, because if varsity's playing, the other teams are practicing and vice versa. So somebody's in the gym, somebody will let you into the equipment room to be able to get your stuff, the tripod, the drawstring bag, and the manager tote. All right. So every day at practice when you come, right, this is what I want to see as you come to practice, right? Of course, wearing the right color shirt. So I tend to text out the color. I'll text it now to verify that you guys are getting it. Texting the color shirt. Today is gray, your gray manager shirt. And you want to be signed up for these text message reminders, because this is how I'm going to communicate to all managers. So please wear your gray manager's shirt today. So go ahead and just put in the chat right now in the Zoom meeting whether or not you received that text just now. So I see who's all signed up. And this is being recorded, so if I'm going too fast, you can always stop and watch again. I am going to upload it to this page, right? To this page. You'll see it probably down here, manager Zoom meeting. So let me see who all. I got 2 chats, 3 chats. All right, all 3, 3 out of the 4 got it. I'm waiting on 1 more. So I'm kind of giving you guys a heads up of how like school is about to be for the next 2 weeks, and then might be for the rest of the semester if you are doing digital for the rest of the semester. So this is, how it's going to be. So Jada, please just let me know if you are receiving the text. All right. I forgot where I was texting you guys. So yeah, if there's something that you guys need to know, I'm going to be texting it out. Please make sure you're reading the text and you're responding if I asked for something. If I don't say, tell me this, like today, for example, I said, respond if you're available for this meeting. I was looking for a response. If not, you could just read it and just know it and commit that to memory. But you guys will definitely want to be signed up for the text message reminders. Last thing, I think, oh no, this is where I was. Every day when you come to practice wearing the right shirt, that's where I was. So you want to first, if the ball carts are not already out, roll the ball carts out. For my varsity managers, if the Shiloh High School, not the Shiloh, if my whiteboard, where I post things sometimes, and where the practice plans are, roll that out. For the other teams, just really the ball cart. Starting next week, the girls will be responsible for breaking down the nets and basically putting the nets up and breaking them down at the end of practice, just because varsity, we're going to start practicing on the full gym court. So the same way that basketball moves up and down the court, we have a pole system that faces that way. So every team will be responsible for that. But what I want from you guys is to just like count the balls prior, right? JV should have 20 balls. Varsity also has 20 balls, and freshmen, they have 14 balls. So counting the balls, making sure they're out if they're not already out, and then setting up your tripod for recording, right? You really want to get in the habit of, getting there a little early to just set up and make sure those things are done, because you guys are the managers. Like, you guys manage how the equipment is brought out and taken care of. After that, you kind of want to monitor those videos that are being recorded, and you don't want them to get too long. Like, you shouldn't have one video of the whole practice. You should probably either have 2 to 3 videos, and you should really be intentional with how you are stopping. Like, you should stop. You should always have a start video when like the actual scrimmage or like the 6-on-6 is happening, because that's something totally different from practice drills. All right, so be mindful of that. 2 to 3, 2, but 3 is even better for practice days. And then of course for game days, you want to have it where definitely only one video for an entire set if there's nobody there to pause during the timeouts and stuff. And then of course you guys would just be responsible for taking the tripod, picking the tripod, not breaking down, it could stay intact. The only time you need to break it down is for away matches when it has to fit in the bag. But for practice, just taking off your cell phone. Each team will get a tablet to record. Right now, varsity has a tablet, and LaDoria uses her phone for the second one. But every team should have a tablet starting definitely by Friday. So yeah, right now the tablets will stay in my possession because I don't really see. I'm gonna have to set up the equipment room to have a charging station, but for right now, you're just gonna give me the tablet. If you have recorded on your cell phone, like for today, ladies, for JV and freshmen, JV and freshmen are scrimmaging, so I will need one of you to put up that tripod up there on that court. After practice is done, I need that file airdropped to me. Not in an email. Those are too large of files for emails. I need it sent to me, airdropped. So that means you can't leave until I get that, because I have to upload it to our site. So yeah. Any questions? Because I think that's it. After practice is done, the ball carts, you want to make sure the ball numbers are there. You counted and accounted for. Ball carts go back, tripods go back, and videos are sent. All right. Any questions? So if everything sounds good, right, I will see you all later today at 2:30. So you have 2 hours to do whatever. Oh, thank you, LaDoria. Spraying the balls. So I showed one of my my manager captains, LaDoria, yesterday, how to spray the balls down. The janitor closet is not too far from the gym. So if you know where the varsity locker room is, it's like kind of diagonal. So there is a machine that it's very simple. You just have to click one button, and then we spray the balls down. Okay, really making sure that they are getting adequate amount of disinfecting because this is Corona times and we have to do our part. So today, somebody remind me and I'll show you how to do that. And now I think I covered everything. So I thank you, ladies. So far, I'm really enjoying the group of managers that I have thus far. Please keep up the good work. If you have a friend, like think about somebody who you want to, share these. Like we go from now until October. So, and you're not going to see a lot of your friends that you normally would see because of COVID. So if there's a reliable, committed person that you want to recommend, send them my email, have them send me an email stating that they want to be a part of the program as a manager, and I'll get them squared away. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate you. Have a good one, and I'll see you in 2 hours.